Let's be real about the one critical skill they definitely didn't teach you in school, but determine your success for years to come, your promotion, demotion, bonuses, or even layoff decision. Yes, office politics. Office politics aren't going away. So here's how to play smart without losing your soul. You've done the work, you've earned the title, you're bringing home the six figures, but every week you lose hours of focus, peace, and energy to the corporate equivalent of high school drama. You're afraid that to win, you have to stoop down and get dirty. I'm here to tell you that's a lie. I spent 23 years leading high-performing teams and helping grow and scale multiple Fortune 500 billion-dollar brands through marketing and analytics. And I learned the hard way that the most powerful leaders don't fight politics. They navigate them by controlling their own internal state so they are not played and manipulated by the players or the politics themselves. Look, I'm not here to tell you to quit your job. I'm here to teach you how to become an unbreakable leader who can build an empire while growing your career without burning or selling your soul. Walk with me, and I will show you how to not only survive office politics, but thrive in them and find the truth within yourself. In the next 10 minutes, I'm giving you 5 leadership hacks that top executives and C-suite leaders actually use, plus the simple framework that stops the political chaos before it ever touches your soul. Now let's talk about the lie of the political battle. The truth is, office politics aren't going away. So, what do? We have to stop thinking of politics as an external war and start treating it like an internal test of decisional integrity. It's the belief that you have to choose between being ethical and being effective. It is the false choice that says, to survive, you must compromise your integrity, engage in the toxic behavior, gossip, backstabbing, excessive defense, or constantly scan for external threats. To win, you must fight fire with fire, sacrificing your peace and your soul to defeat the political operator. The core lie is that the battle is external. The lie you've been sold is that you have to chase comfort, meaning you avoid conflict, you try to please everyone, and you nervously scan every email for threats. But that fear itself creates the chaos for you, your team, and people around you. When you believe the lie, you shift your entire focus or your locus of control away from your own actions and onto the external drama. This instantly plunges you into chaos fragility because you delegate your peace. You give a toxic boss or a jealous peer the power to determine your state of mind, your anxiety levels, and your schedule. You make reactive decisions. Your brain enters an amygdala hijack state. Amygdala is the part of your brain that acts as your emotional security guard and alarm system. It's a small, almond-shaped cluster of neurons located deep within the temporal lobe, and its primary job is survival. When it's triggered by external forces like your toxic boss or coworkers saying something that pisses you off, it forces you to make low-quality, reactive decisions, the frantic email, the gossip session, that undermine your credibility. The truth is, you must choose courage over comfort to maintain your alignment. If you're reacting to every whisper, you are dealing with chaos fragility. It means your internal peace is being decided by an external drama, a toxic boss, a jealous peer. You're allowing your chaos fragility index, CFI, TM, to skyrocket. And when you're chaos fragile, you leak it. You pass your panic down to your team, and that stolen energy is the true cost of politics. The solution isn't fighting. The solution is becoming so unbreakable that the chaos can't even get its hands on you. Let's get into the 5 hacks that will help you navigate office politics like a pro. Hack 1, the observer's advantage, or observe the unspoken rules. My first piece of advice is straight from the executives I've coached. Observe the unspoken rules before you act. This is rooted in choice architecture. You cannot make a good decision without clear data. When you join a new organization or even just a new team, don't rush to talk. Stop and gather data. Ask yourself, Who really holds the power? Who is the political operator? Who are the quiet, high integrity people? I remember early in my career, I spoke up with data that contradicted a VP in a high stakes meeting. I was right, but I was fired up. The result? I was frozen out, and you know the story. My career there kinda almost ended along with it. Thanks to the VP's wrath. Why? Because the unspoken rule was you never embarrass the principal in public. My chaos fragility made me prioritize being right, which is comfort, over being wise, which is courage. So, what's the better to navigate this path, you may ask? For the next week, I challenge you to practice the 5-day silence. Observe, don't talk during the first 5 minutes of every meeting. Just gather data on the power dynamics. This allows you to act accordingly and be more strategic about your next move. Hack 2, the clarity shield, or communicate with surgical precision. If your communication is vague, politics will rush in to fill the void. Don't leave room for misinterpretation. This is the Joe Dispenza concept of neurological repatterning applied to communication. We are training our brains to choose precision over panic-driven chatter. Sheryl Sandberg's advice often centered on clarity for female leaders. We must eliminate the justs and maybes. So before you send that high-stakes email, ask yourself, if someone outside this political mess read this, would they understand my intent, my data, and my action? There's a framework I created that can help you navigate through this. I call it the VOW protocol. It is the 3-step quick actionable framework you use to stop spiraling under pressure and make conscious high integrity decisions. It is the core methodology that transforms you from chaos fragile to an unbreakable leader by engaging the science of decision making. It is your courage over comfort tool, built on principles of decision science and neurological repatterning. For example, when you're hit with high-pressure chaos, a toxic email, a tight deadline, an argument, your brain instantly panics and forces you into chaos fragility. You start making reactive, bad decisions, doubt spirals, burnout. The VOW protocol is the quick, conscious choice that stops the panic and puts you back in charge. It works like this. V, verbalize, I vow to surrender control. This is the immediate circuit breaker. When the panic hits, you consciously interrupt your brain's fear response. Take 5 slow breaths and say out loud, I vow to surrender control. This simple act calms your nervous system and stops the panic from hijacking your strategic mind. O, own, I vow to see the truth. This is the decisional filter. You stop the victim cycle by separating the external chaos from your internal power. Ask yourself, what is mine? What is theirs? You only focus on the truth, your actions, your boundaries, your integrity, and refuse to inherit their drama. W, will I vow to design my terms. This is the strategic action. This is where you intentionally build a new, strong neural pathway. Make one clear, conscious choice that serves your integrity, not your fear. You decide on your terms and move forward with peace. The result? You've just repaired your decisional architecture in under a minute. You move from chaos fragile to unbreakable, operating from choice, not panic. Hack 3, the ally map or relationships power plays. Top executives don't have fans, they have allies. The secret to surviving politics is realizing power is relational, not hierarchical. Top leader advice. Dale Carnegie taught us, you can't win an argument, but you can win a friend. You build a high leverage network that transcends the petty drama of your direct team. Build relationships laterally with peers and diagonally outside your reporting structure like finance, HR, legal. These are your early warning systems. They give you information before the political operator can blindside you. These allies become your trusted counsel so you don't leak your stress onto your partner or your kids. Hack 4, the courage over comfort boundary, or the shield against gossip. We are all tempted by the toxic soup of office gossip. Staying neutral isn't passive. It's a high courage, high integrity move. Joining gossip is comfort. It gives you a temporary sense of belonging. Courage is walking away and creating an uncomfortable silence. For example, when gossip lands on your desk, your chaos fragile impulse is to listen. Instead, you vow to see the truth by asking yourself, what is mine, my work, my integrity? What is theirs, their drama, their insecurity? The unbreakable leader refuses to inherit external drama. Your credibility is your biggest asset, and you don't rent it out for free gossip. Hack 5, the alignment check, or internal sovereignty. My spiritual teacher, Priscilla Shirer, often talks about alignment. Your true power isn't in your title, it's in your alignment with your internal truth. This is the anchor for all your decisions. The moment I realized my true security wasn't in my job, but in my decisional integrity, was my most profound courage over comfort moment. My chaos fragility was cured when I surrendered the need to be safe in the corporate machine. That act of internal surrender is what gave me the peace to eventually leave on my own terms. The tactic: we use the final step of the vow protocol to check our alignment. Verbalize. I vow to surrender control. Surrender the outcome to your higher power. Then, make the move that is most in alignment with your integrity, regardless of the politics. That is true freedom. True success, the wealth, the impact, the fulfilling relationship is the inevitable byproduct of becoming an unbreakable leader who operates from courage over comfort. You stop chasing success and you let success find you once you are in alignment. This is not about being perfect, it's about being present. Office politics aren't a game you win, they're a terrain you navigate, and now you have the map. If you are ready to stop leaking your stress and start fixing your decisional architecture, subscribe for more courage over comfort tips, and let's succeed together in your career without burnout or selling your soul. Now tell me in the comments, which of these 5 hacks is the hardest for you to apply right now? Is it staying neutral in gossip, or is it observing the silence? I want to hear your struggle because I've been there. Thank you for walking with me today. Love you, gorgeous.